Okay, we're on the south side of the front of the house. Alright, the home faces east. This is the main electric service power disconnect. Let's see, we got a reading on this. 200 amps is what they're telling us is being delivered in here. Alright, the meter is also beside the wall here. We've got one single ground. By today's standards, we'd have 2 grounds. So there's that. The sides and tops of this box, the disconnect box, the meter box, the tops and sides should have been sealed to help prevent moisture infiltration into the structure. Now we're going to continue on around the south side of the home because I think it's a little shorter this way. The exterior receptacle outlets should have bubble covers on them, you know, protective covers, in-use covers, and this one's scorched. That one's scorched. And inoperable. And inoperable is inoperable. We got a whole condensing unit video coming up. Going into the garage. So saying the house faces east. This is the garage east interior wall. In fact, let's just come over here for a moment. Apparently the electrical comes from the meter over there. I guess we went around a circle, huh? Comes through the attic, comes down the wall into the garage. I'm not sure how that arrangement came about, but that's the arrangement that we have. Don't trip on that. Inside the garage east interior wall. And while we're at it, I'm just kind of multitasking here, just kind of moving forward. We do not have GFCI protection in the garage. Even with the ones with the buttons. No GFCI. See that? Let's go over here. It's garage east interior wall. Garage south interior wall. Let's try this one. Oh, it finally went. If it goes in a second and a half, this is considered acceptable, except this model wasn't designed to go in a second and a half, and earlier it would not trip at all. So it's problematic, and they're not expensive. This is the electric service panel. The neutrals and grounds are separated as they should be. Also 200 amps. And the power comes in here, and then it goes out through the wall. Again, I'm not sure about that arrangement, but it is what it is. So, what do we got here? We've got, see those neutrals in there? Those white wires on that bus bar? They're not supposed to be doubled. They're not supposed to be doubled. And they are. See this white wire to the air conditioning system? Not the air conditioning system, I guess it's to the oven. That white wire to the oven. Okay, that should be wrapped with black tape. If you don't know that's hot, you don't belong in this cabinet. I get that. This supposed to be wrapped with black tape so that anybody would know. And if you don't know, you don't belong in this cabinet, like I said. Neutrals and grounds are separated as they should be because this is a second panel. This is what's known as a second panel. Service panel, low center, call it what you will. Okay. See these gaps? You're not supposed to have a gap more than 1/8 of an inch between the cabinet and the wall. Not supposed to have a gap more than 1/8 of an inch. That compromises the fire blocking right there where it goes in there. So what did we learn? We learned that we've got one ground. Oh, we learned that our bonding location is not labeled. A lot of times they'll put it on the water heater. But I'm seeing some PEX up there. You got any bonding? Yep. They finally got some bonding over here. There's the bonding location. Right there. But it's supposed to be labeled. I mean, most electricians are going to know to go look, just like I know to go look. Most are going to know that. But it's supposed to be labeled. So we learned that we got bundling. Okay, more than 2 cables coming at a time. See, L1 and L2, we're supposed to have these big twist outs. because we don't know how it's going to be oriented, and you can install this cabinet in just about any home. Then we have all these smaller ones. See that? See those little knockouts? Okay, we got smaller ones. They're supposed to bring in 2 cables at a time, and you're not supposed to use one like that. And even my illustration that's baked into the report is somewhat apologetic for that, and I hate discounting my work. But sometimes the cure is worse than the ill, and that might, I never dissuade my client from seeking perfection, but that might not be the best hill to die on. So we've got bundling. We've got double lug neutrals. We've got a white hot. Our bonding location is not labeled. We've got a gap. And then around on the other side of the house, we've got one single ground. That's what we learned.